Alright, welcome back to the Three Skald Saga with your host, Drew Cochran.
That's you!
That's me.
Oh, yeah, I'm Kevin Miner. I'm just playing it.
Oh, yeah.
And I am Jake Carlene.
You're Three Skalds. And we actually have our first guest player
A
today.
fourth Skald?
Well, he's a Skald.
He's not.
He's a musician.
Skald?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, cool. He's in.
His like, OG shit, dude, is like...
Did he have to go through the same stuff we had to go through?
He had to go through it more. He's been
this?
going through like 26 years, because he's... 24 years? 23 years. He's my little brother. He's my little brother.
26 years.
How old are you?
How come you're younger than me?
23.
Been doing this longer than I've been alive.
So 23 years.
23 years.
You want to introduce yourself, little bro?
I am 23 years old.
And what's your name?
My name is Tyler Cochran.
Tyler Cochran.
Cochran.
Awesome. Do you play music just like the rest of us, these three skulls over here?
Yes.
What do you play, Tyler?
Oh, you named it.
He's asking you.
Christian hard rock.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
no.
what instruments do you play?
I play piano and bass and a little bit of guitar
And you got these little vocal cord things that you use sometimes?
sometimes.
Oh,
Cool.
I gotta show you guys. I posted on
I
Facebook.
hope we get your character to sing in this session.
It might happen.
I hope we all sing.
We're going to put a
I hope
curse on
everybody-
him.
No, you know
So
what?
everything he says, he has to sing.
Goals tonight.
I'm down for that.
Goals tonight. Everybody's character should sing at least once.
It works for me.
down.
That
I'm
works.
totally down. I'm in. I'm in.
Goals.
So, you guys, I have two questions for you.
Best I can do is one.
Well,
I'll answer the second.
you won't have to answer all of
I got you.
them.
You
Okay.
get one, I'll get one.
All right,
Question number one. What happened last time?
Jake.
That's a good question, Kevin.
Okay, so my character Mashu from Steampunk Baghdad,
Yeah.
which was getting attacked,
Mhm.
he goes through a portal, right?
Yeah.
And like this is while he's in the Coliseum, he's fighting.
Yeah.
He's going after people, and then all of a sudden, boom, portal, crazy. There was a guy that I couldn't beat. I'm hurt. I get thrown into hell. This guy's here, but he's from a different Baghdad.
Different Baghdad.
Same people,
Just not
different
steampunk.
Baghdad.
Interdimensional Baghdad.
There
Yeah.
was steampunk Baghdad,
And
which is where he's
magic.
from, and then I'm from regular Baghdad.
Gotcha.
You're from like Magic Baghdad.
Well,
You
yeah,
guys had more magic
but let's
going
just
on.
It's
assume
kind of
that
like
it's
Disney
regular
Baghdad, but like
Disney
2018 gritty realistic.
We're
You're
talking
like
like Aladdin Baghdad.
Yeah.
Aladdin Dag. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we're from.
So what happened to you, Yaku?
Ooh, that's a great question, Kevin.
Yaku was
So-
no. I can do
Oh,
this one
okay,
too.
all right,
Yeah.
let's see it.
So he got. Were you getting blackmailed? Right?
No.
No.
I was not getting blackmailed. I was
Are
working
you
for a pimp named Jakan.
Oh yeah, I played him.
Yeah, you
I
played
was
Jakan.
Yeah.
Jakan was my like father figure because, you know, I
never
was
had
like an orphan. I grew up like, you know, without a dad, without a mom,
Not
without
fun.
a family,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So I was in like this little foster home in Baghdad, and then I ended up looking up to this dude who was a pimp, and I was working for him, and then
So you were like a pimp?
no, I was working for the pimp.
You're assistant to the regional pimp?
Assistant to the regional pimp is what I was
Gotcha.
doing. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Not
I
the
was,
assistant regional pimp.
Yeah. What was it? The police department shows up. It was what did you call them?
Yeah. What was the
I don't-
name?
they're-
What was this guy's?
They're
The Caliphar.
The Caliph.
The
Yeah,
Caliph.
Caliphate.
The Caliph shows up to, you know, they're here to shut it down,
You
and
were gonna get executed.
I was gonna save Jakan, but then he was like pointing the
Sold
finger
you
at
out.
me, blaming me like I was the pimp.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
And I'm like,
He did.
all
do
right,
that.
well, I was gonna try to grab this rickshaw over here and drag you to safety, but you wanted to throw me under the bus, so I guess I'm running for me now. So, and I
Yeah.
took off, and then
And now you're in hell or something?
and then I 1 foot off the sidewalk.
And then the
tripped.
other? You
Yeah,
just
the one was on sidewalk, one was in hell, and I guess the one that was on the sidewalk wasn't strong enough, so I fell off into hell.
And
Damn
then-
Mongolians, dude. I don't
And,
know.
well, and then, but then, I kind of want you to describe what happened to us while we were there.
Yeah, I
In
know
hell.
what happened,
Because
but
we
I want
kind
you
of
to say it, so.
like we went through it.
Y'all
but I
got
feel
lost,
like-
my dude.
Yeah, we did, but like
It was like we fell down the rabbit hole in Alice in
the
Wonderland.
sky
Man.
is
So
like
much
a
happened so
stomach,
fast.
and the floor is like an anus, and
There was
I think
the
and then
sky
there was
was
a dude on a
gorgeous.
horse like riding the floor, and I thought he was cool.
Like gravity didn't matter.
He was
We were
like, "How
running
do
up walls
you feel
and-
about OP?" And I was like, "No, I can't handle it." And he was like, "Too bad." I'm like, "Yeah, it was not good." No way,
it's
no.
not.
And you lost Alfar?
Yeah, my only quirk.
You're
This is
familiar?
my quirk. It's Alfar.
I lost my heart.
Who is Alfar again?
Alfar is my little furry friend. He is a mouse.
Yeah.
Meows. And he's my guy, and we have like this telepathic connection where if I'm like, I'm chilling in bed, you know, and I just don't want to get up, I'm like, yo, Alfar, go grab me, you know, whatever. Go grab me my pipe
Something
and
you can
slippers.
carry.
Go grab my pipe and slippers. And Alfar just kind of oh, that sounds so much better. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
good
I'm
job.
like, Alfar, I'm just thinking about it. Like, yeah, grab me my pipe and slippers. And then
Yeah.
he just goes. He's like an extension of myself.
Yeah.
Because a long time ago, a witch turned me into a mouse. And once we were separated, a piece of my brain stayed with said mouse. So
Yeah.
we're
Never a
kind of
good
the same
time.
guy.
No.
Yeah,
Getting
but it became a
polymorphed.
good time because now I got this like extra part.
It's like y'all were swingers, except it was just the two of your minds swung each other's bodies.
And we weren't swinging.
Mhm.
So,
Because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Middle East.
and a mouse.
Mhm.
So it doesn't really work.
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
same.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, right where we left off is where we shall begin.
Okay.
So you've been trying to find Alfar,
Mhm.
your mouse friend, your only real friend. Like, you'd consider Mashru a companion at this
Not-
stage.
Really? Right now?
He's helped you.
That's your call.
I mean,
You just
it's still
saved him.
new. It's
I'm
still
running
new.
away from him.
It's still new. Like
What?
we're
Yeah,
because we
remember?
still aren't. We
Because I
don't know
picked him
who
up
each
and I
other
was
are.
running with him, and then
Yeah, he
like
thinks
we
I
were
screwed him
running,
over.
and then like we were like, no, let's go back down there. We gotta find my mouse friend. We got back down there, and then all that bad stuff happened, and I just started.
As far as he
booking
knows,
it.
I'm the guy who was
Gotcha.
supposed to kill his competitor.
Yeah.
And like, so as far as he knows, I let him down.
Yeah.
You know, because he thinks I'm steampunk, Yaku.
But I like what you're doing, and we should totally start with him so I can make an educated decision afterward.
Yeah.
We could do that. Yeah, let's
Just
do it.
lean up a little bit.
Right here?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it keeps going out. All right, so actually, we're going to start with Mashru because you're running down into the darkness. As you do so, you get to the end of this weird passway, the place where you've been trapped since you got here. Really, this weird intestinal tube chasm.
Now this is like a fleshy chasm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you felt if your foot touched the floor, it would give away just ever so slightly, like your
Walls too, right? It's
Yeah,
all
the whole
like the
thing.
same material.
And jutting out of this cylindrical passage are these different crystals that are sort of like these spires. They're kind of like I always get this messed up. Stalactites and stalagmites.
So which
Yep.
one?
Both.
It
Just
would be
Bunch of stalags.
stalagmites and stalactites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
So-
what is gravity? Right?
Stalag stuff
Yeah.
is going on.
Yeah, a bunch of stalags are up in there.
What's this passage like? Is it like cylindrical still, like where I'm
Yeah.
running?
So what's
Okay.
actually happening is it's tapering into this this end, and it's sort of closed shut. And at the end of it, you see that there is legit like this gigantic door. And if we were to give it like earthly dimensions, we'd say that it's probably like 50 feet around, and it just closes inside of this organic, fleshy sphincter, literally. But you see a bunch of different stuff going on. What you obviously see is that there are there's like this patrol of different beings that are sort of lined around it, as if it were as if they were guards to this sphincter door. You see that there are these different sort of fish beasts that are floating around the premises, sort of on this little watch. There are also these big, bulky figures brutish types, and they are all very much paying attention to this one figure, this floating green star that is sort of dancing around them. Before this ring of army men, if you'd call them that, this brute force, there are these taller, sleeker figures. Some of them have different features about them. They don't look like they're of one race, but they are all standing on these pedestals, and people are sort of passing them by. And if anybody is trying to get to the ring of these enforcers at this door, they have to go through them, and you see that there's an exchange of money. And that's the most that you can clearly see. But give me a makeshift perception check, and we will figure out if you see anything else in the darkness. Darkness.
So for perception,
Yep.
what's my reach on that?
You got thieving, theatrics, intimidation, underhand, and then you have
Grab to feed, black hand.
So yeah, this would be a just a blank check for you.
Cool. I'm gonna throw down like a 13.
13. All right. To your, we'll call it 10 o'clock. If we're using yeah, you got it. There is lodged inside of the Merc. You see one of the Centaur Gundams that was on the other side of this portal that the Mongolians used to round up your people. And yeah, it's just kind of sitting in there. You see that it's kind of lodged inside of this kind of slick crevice that's filled with feces. And there are these small little gray children sort of pawing around it.
Yeah, I've seen those kids before.
Yeah, those are the weird ones, right?
Yeah, so they're kind of submerged in there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay.
Yeah, he's scared of those.
I think I know how to play this.
Meanwhile,
learned.
Amidst, you also see that there's like a crowd of people that are trying to get to this big door, and they're all being processed by those money changers that are on the pedestals.
Now, is the centaur thing close to the money exchange?
It's a bit of a ways before it, and the crowds of people that are sort of lining up. And we use the term people very, very, very loosely.
Okay, yeah.
Beings.
Creatures.
Yes. They are not really paying attention to it. However, from behind you, there is one such Yaku. You see him, and he stops. You've been running after Mashru for a minute now, because he's kind of like your one-way ticket to make sure that you still survive in this weird world, so you can find Alfar. You see that he finally stops. What do you do?
I'm like, hey, I need you.
I turn around and I'm just like, at this point, this has been hell. So I'm just like gruff, and I go, when I turn around, I go, we need that centaur. And I just point at it.
And I'm like, why?
Listen, I think I know how to do this. Just trust me. We need that centaur.
Okay.
All right. So
let's
we're
do
gonna
this.
book after this thing.
I at least want some sort of plan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know how to drive these things. They're from my world.
I would say that you do not know how to drive these in particular, but you definitely at least co-piloted a mecha in your day.
Kind of like, this is a motorcycle, you've driven mopeds.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let's go after this thing. We're running toward it. We're gonna try to get this out of here. When we get over there, we've dealt with these little kid things before. I've got this mechanical arm.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at any of them. I just want to do like a SWAT and just like
totally.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Like, I want to backhand every single one of them out of the way.
Perfect.
Because I hate these things already.
Yeah. They're super worthless. These little orphans.
They're just children.
No, I don't care. They creep me out.
So as the lot of you
Soulless
are like wandering towards this familiar piece
We're not
of
wandering.
technology.
We're running.
Yeah, okay, beelining, sure.
Yeah.
Violet and Emerald, you see that there are two beings walking on two legs, two wanderers, and you are sort of searching for something that you can salvage off of this metal beast that you found near the passway. And yeah, what do you do? This is your little debut there, little bro.
Well, I don't really know where I am, so I'm trying to find anything that can.
You're right next to this
Did he
mecha
just-
beast that
well,
we...
Is he of this world, or did he just fall into it as well?
You won't know until you talk.
Yeah, we'll find out. We gotta talk to him.
Are you of this world?
Well, they're not...
Tell us!
We're giving him like a little second to...
I'm still trying to figure out where I am
Well, you know-
and
Okay, yeah.
figure out what the circumstances calling for. So I'm just trying to find anything that'll help me survive.
Yeah. You know that in order to get to where you need to go for what you have lost and to recover that which you have lost, that you need a good sum of either literal gold or some sort of treasure that will allow the Green Star to let you pass his pathway of extortion. So you have you've been kind of like jabbing at this metal beast with two heads. It has one head of a wolf and the other head of a horse, and it's about 12 feet tall, but it's been submerged in this big old pile of shit. And now the orphan children, the gray children, are sort of clambering around it. And you're trying to sort of crack it loose. Yeah. But then, two wanderers show up. And you all see each other.
Yeah, do I notice him before I get to the centaur?
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah.
but and I notice what does he look like?
Tyler, what do you look like? Do you need the reference thing?
I
Hold on, Tyler. I got you, little bro. I got you. Remember, Tyler, it was what we talked about on the car ride.
I've slept since then.
Buffering. Yeah, this is why, Tyler. We gotta do your character sheet before we play the game, Tyler.
I thought we did. That's what this is.
This is what you look like.
Got it.
That one. But you can
Okay.
have whatever clothing that you want. So take that. Hold it.
Okay.
Alright, what do you look like? Describe what I would see running toward this thing.
Well-
You're prodding it.
I have very sharp features. I'm not wearing a shirt,
Okay.
and I have these type of reptilian type legs.
Are you
And a
like
tail.
humanoid? Like on 2 feet?
Yes.
Okay, how tall?
You have your height.
Okay.
Probably
He's
six,
my height?
is
That's a
six
big
or
dude.
more.
Is this like you decided not to wear a shirt, or like you've been through some shit? I don't have a shirt.
Yeah, do you have good clothes
It's
or nice
just
clothes?
I don't necessarily need them.
I refer to this.
Oh, because you're like a
Cloak
beast.
on.
I have a cloak. Okay.
The first time he's played this, he didn't even.
I have a cloak
Okay.
and a shield.
You have a cloak and where's your shield? Is it on you or is it
It's-
on like your back or
It's on me. I'm using it to fight the.
You're-
The creature.
Okay, perfect. So I see you getting rid of these gray children things as well, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So
Immediately, you guys are friends.
I'm gonna continue. Yeah, I'm gonna continue plan
Perfect.
A
Yeah.
of running over and swatting them out of the way.
Mhm.
Like I've big mechanical arm. So I think this is the first time I've used this since falling into this world.
Yeah, totally.
And I want to get them going.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What are
Whenever
what do
you come
need for
across
me
them,
to do that?
That you don't need. Yeah, you could do that pretty keenly. as
I
long
don't
as
even
you're
have
not
to give you a number.
surrounded. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, every time that does take place, you do feel their cold, clammy grasp.
I don't care.
Wait, do you feel
I don't
things
think
through
I'm
your
gonna.
metal
I don't
arm?
think I'm gonna feel much. I think all I'm gonna do
It's a
is
metal arm,
swat
right? You
them.
don't feel.
Oh yeah,
with a
but
metal arm, so.
he's starting to gain feeling in it.
Oh right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's it's starting to become you
So
because you've entered the void.
so you notice that there are two wanderers coming up to this iron beast, and you guys notice that there is this albino elf-like figure with these reptilian features,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
he has 2 different colored eyes. One of them is violet, and the other one is emerald.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. If I can continue with Plan A, we obviously noticed him.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And I think Mushroom would come up and knock some of those kids away
Mhm.
from where he is, because he's obviously, 2 is better than 1. You're already doing some of the work. I'm going to get in there. And then I'm going to turn and I'm going to go, "Who are you?"
I am trying to defend myself against these children, creature, people. And I look over to you and I say,
Just so you know, when you look over, you see like a wild-eyed man with like a beard and long hair and this mechanical arm.
This golden
And-
mechanical arm.
And he's got a hole in his heart that you might be familiar with, but he's not.
I turn it back on him and I say, "Who wants to know?"
My name is Mashru, and we need to get through that door.
Okay, well, why don't you help me kill these things first, and then we can discuss further.
My friend, I would love nothing more. And, like, pounds his fist into his black hand. You see, like, he has a black hand, and he just, like, ready to go.
And you just see this
I'm
thing
s-
kind of like morph around your hand
yeah.
because they're like clammy and gross. So it's just like a.
Oh, I hope there was one grabbing onto my fist. I hope, like, I
Oh,
just,
definitely, yeah.
Like, and it just... Do they explode when I punch them? Like, what happens?
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
is that as you sort of try and crowd control, as this person who has not introduced himself yet,
It's okay.
is telling you to kill them as he's trying to do, you notice that their bodies will smush around, but you've never drawn blood from these things,
Yeah.
and you can sort of immobilize them, but they never truly go out of commission, if that makes sense.
They're kind of like grapefruits with really tough skin. They just kind of like
Yeah, really.
Okay.
beat them around. They might bruise, but they're not gonna break open or anything.
I've got one more thing that I flavor text that I kind of want to add to this introduction, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna let these guys
Do
kind of
it.
take.
Oh, you're gonna
control,
give
'cause
them
I feel like I've
flavors?
been- no. Would I be able? There's stalactites, stalagmites all over the place, right? Would I be able to break one off and stab one of these kids with it?
Make
Let's-
another perception check for me.
You really
Make a
don't
perception
like
check.
these.
Yeah, like
Okay.
try to find something.
18.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I'm playing with Kevin Miner, who nearly guesses every number that I think of, so... yeah, you're able to find on the other side of this cavern.
Okay.
There's one small, skinny little stalactite.
Okay.
And you think that if you made it all the way over there, you could potentially break it off.
Okay, so I'm gonna run that way, and
Sure.
I'm gonna say, as I turn, I'm gonna say, Yaku, find out who this guy is, and
And you run along the other way. It'd probably take you around, let's say, 10 minutes to get to the other side of the circumference of this shitter, as it were.
Mhm.
And as you do so, you are able to get there pretty quick, but you also remember that you're pretty critically wounded, and running is really not fun for you in this moment.
it's not fun.
Not fun.
No.
So you get over there, and you're pretty wiped out.
Yeah.
But the thin, small sapling stalactite, as it were, lays before you.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna break
Meanwhile,
it off.
the orphans have sort of been quelled. You've been sort of just kind of mowing them down, just kicking them.
Yeah, I have
What
this.
are you using to mow them?
I have a dagger,
Okay.
which probably isn't really stabbing them. It's
Does
more
it
so
actually
just
stab?
like it's doing this. It's just kind of like poking.
Yeah,
stab 'em?
you've learned after stabbing them X amount of times that
Like it's not
You might as
breaking
well
the
just-
skin.
try to curb stomp them as they stand?
Yeah, so I'm pretty nimble. So I'm like parkour is in my repertoire. So I just kind of like.
Alright, yeah.
So I'm just roundhousing them and just throwing them around a little bit.
Yeah.
Just doing my thing. And meanwhile, I'm trying to get this guy's attention. We're doing like the good old like action movie. Like, hey,
Get his attention.
all right, hey,
I bet at
Who
one
are you?
point- I bet at one point you guys would end up back to back.
oh that'd be cool.
You could be like,
We're
There's
back to
not
back.
that so many. There's
And
just
it's not like they're putting up much of a fight. They're just kind of like little crawlers. That like
exactly. Yeah.
they're like the green aliens from Toy Story.
I
They're just
hate
kind of
that.
like.
I have new goal.
That's a good analog.
Right?
New goal. I'm wiping out all of them whenever we figure out how to do it.
The claw.
So yeah, he reaches out to you.
My name is Violet and Emerald. I have no idea who I am or where I'm going, but I have a quest that I'm a part of in order to gain my memory back.
I missed all of that.
Yeah, you don't know you're on the other side.
That's heavy. You want to say that one more time for my friend here?
No. I'm on the other side. I'm not. No.
Oh, right.
This is gonna
you
be
missed
great.
all that.
This
All
is
right.
gonna be great.
Meanwhile, again.
We go. Hey, mushroom. You get that?
No. Yeah, right.
So give me
I'm like a mile away.
give me an underhand check. So you get 3 reach to this. You're just trying to pulverize the shit out of this, and you got a mechanical arm, so yeah.
Oh,
I know who you is.
Now, okay, so now when I make this check, I'm just trying to match your number. It doesn't matter what number I pick as long as it's close to the number that you have.
If
Including my
any
reach.
of your numbers match any of my numbers, you
Okay.
are successful.
Cool, I'm going to pick 4.
4?
Yeah.
All right.
I've got to reach a 3.
Say again. Oh, reach of 3.
Yeah.
So this time around, you're able to pummel this thing with your piston golden.
I like to think I grab it. And
Okay, sure, yeah. And you kind of tear it down. It doesn't give for that long, but eventually, with enough vigor, 0 vigor, you're
great.
able
Love
to pry it off. And
Okay.
let's say this thing is, I'd say that it's around 110 pounds.
Okay,
And
that's great.
with you'd be able to pick this up, but it's definitely a 2-hander.
It's wheelie.
It's almost like it's a battering ram,
Mhm.
and then you got your mechanical arm is sort of the back to it, and you shove it with it.
Yeah,
um,
I think, that's fine.
Yeah. So then you're carrying this thing. You know.
I think I would heave it.
Okay,
here
sure.
And,
But
start
you are
running back across.
at 0 vigor,
That's fine.
and I'd say that running would not be a good time
It's
for you.
It's definitely slowed down to a jog, but here's what I'm going to say about Mushroom.
Okay.
He has registered with himself already in a very megalomaniac way.
Oh, I love it.
This might be the end of my life. So I'm just going to do everything I can to go out in a blaze of glory. Like he doesn't even think he's going to survive this, but he's like, God damn it, I'm gonna stab those things, and I'm gonna make my presence known to them. I hope they fear me for ages.
Just the shortest,
So maybe
shortest time span of thought.
So I would say maybe he's like, he's got like a little, like, he doesn't have vigor, but he's definitely got some adrenaline going.
Mhm.
He's ready to take some stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Violet and Emerald, you see that these 2 wanderers seem to know what the heck this metal beast is, and they're not afraid of it. Whereas most of the other, what we would call natives, the different, anathema beasts, the orphans themselves. The orphans, they're not really afraid of anything. They're just, sad and destitute all the time. But you are sort of approaching this thing with risk. You want to try to take its pelt so you can trade it for passage to Fertility. And that's kind of why you're there. But you notice that these 2 wanderers, they don't give a crap that this potentially extremely lethal, gigantic, iron beast is just laying in the mud. And this hurts your interest.
Him maybe. I'm I'm from regular Baghdad, Magic Baghdad, so this is probably still foreign to me. He's from steampunk. So.
But you also get the same idea. You're kind of following.
Right.
His
I'm
lead.
just, but yeah, I'm following his lead. So I mean,
not
I'm a
afraid
little
of it.
more scared than he is, but I got him. So
Yeah.
I'm good.
So you get back. You almost get into an altercation with this serpent that sort of slithers by you, but
Oh, fuck.
you kind of kick it out of the way, and everything was better than expected.
Great.
So you get back. You see that most of the orphans are kind of in a little squishy, sweaty huddle, and the scent of shit and digested, let's call it like a beef jerky smell, sort of fills your lungs.
Yeah, I know that smell.
Yeah.
Now-
Semi-digested beef.
Are
jerky.
they close to the horse, the centaur, at all? Are they close to it still?
Yeah, but now they're kind of like, they're kind of squirming. They're not really moving. There's a couple of them that are still there. You still pulverize the shit out of them if that's your desire. So
I
do as you will.
want to. This is part experiment,
Yeah,
part attack.
sure.
I want to stab one of these things with this rock and see if it will go through it
All right.
and murder it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get one that's pretty immobilized already.
Yeah.
Its squiggly head is...
But I also want to do it in such a way that I can continue driving this into the feces pile and then wedge the centaur. Because it, like I've seen it, it's kind of like in it.
one blow. So
Yeah, so I want
multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So because we're doing that, I'd say that's a check.
Okay.
And this is something that's reliant on your strength. So I'll give you 2 reach.
Alright.
For this one.
Alright, cool.
So
11.
go. Damn it, Kevin. You gotta wait till. You gotta wait, Kevin.
I'm ready.
All right. Just give me another check now.
Alright, cool. 9.
9.
Yeah.
Good job, Kevin Miner.
Yeah, dude, you always guess it. Every time you guess it, he goes, all right. And then whenever I do a number, he's like oh.
He's like,
Tough break.
So you're able to start to wedge the hind end of this beast from this little crevasse filled with fecal matter. As you do so,
Cool. Firstly, did I stab that thing?
yeah, you
Okay.
stabbed
Did
it.
it go through?
No,
Did it? Okay.
it's very pliable. It expands almost like this.
He's got
elastic
condom skin.
plastic. Yeah,
He's got condom skin.
condom
man.
skin.
Just kind of.
things.
Yeah. See, I already knew because I got a dagger. I've been stabbing these things, so I already knew this.
I hate these things.
But as you do so, it definitely wails, and you can hear it.
It doesn't like what you're doing.
And it just the perfectly most terrible and annoying pitch for it to get to, and the volume at which it does so. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a good time. And as this takes place, from the abyss, there actually lingers forth this beast that approaches the lot of you because it hears this sound of a whelp dying. And you notice that there is...
Wait. It died.
No.
Dying.
Instinctually, it is a sound that a sickened or disemboweled whelp would make as it is separated from its herd.
I think we're going to see a mama. We're going to see a mama with these things.
And
They're orphans. They don't have
Violet and Emerald,
Yeah,
make
make
a
squishy.
perception check for me. This would be a quick thinking, so you get a 2 to it. Choose any number on here, and let me know what you
8.
get. Okay. Yep, so you are sort of... You see first that this golden-armed man is trying to unlodge the metal beast from the shit pile. And what happens is, you don't see this beast approaching. So, it actually attacks first. But y'all do. So you'll see it approaching. He doesn't.
You have a chance to maybe
So, we're going to say that
defend Violet.
Violet and Emerald is on one side, and then y'all are on the other, and it approaches him from behind.
Oh,
Alright, so he's in front of it, we're behind it, and
cool.
this thing's approaching him from
So-
behind. What do you want to do?
Okay, we're
Here
behind
we
it.
Alright, Tyler. Now we're going to take your defense. So you're gonna add 9 to this, and you're trying to evade
can mess this
my
guy up.
strike. Okay.
Okay.
So choose a number and add 9 to it. Give me the whole reach.
16.
16. Wow. Good job, Tyler. It hits you anyways, though, because that's how math works. Okay. So, from behind you, this gigantic furred beast pounces down upon your flesh and give me another check. This is called a falter check. So you're going to give me your defense minus your armor, so you're going to give me 7 this time.
Okay.
And we're going to see if you falter from the damage and if it pounces on you and makes you prone.
10.
10. Yeah, so you end up going down face first into this pile of shit. And this beast is on top of you.
Oh, no.
And you take 3 damage. So you were at 5 vigor, and now you're at 2. So you want to write that down. In Pensile.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all see this gigantic feline with 3 different tails that end in a snake head, a crow head, and a barracuda's face. And it plunges into your newly found friend who is helping you, undo this little mechanic beast so you can figure out what to do with it. What do you do? You got reactions with a lot of you, both of you.
We get reaction?
Reactions. Yep, it just took its action. And now
With 0 vigor, how does a reaction work?
Reactions are sort of like half of an action.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you can do pretty quickly, or anything that you can do that doesn't necessarily interact with adversarial variables, so things that you could easily pull off that don't require, strain against something that doesn't want you to do whatever it is you're doing, you can do that as a reaction.
Okay, you want to go first?
All right. So he got hit.
Yes, he's in the dirt.
He's in the dirt.
The
And
poop dirt.
and I'm sorry. What just happened to us?
He is about to he's cranking
He's cranking down.
the beast
wedging.
out.
Right. All right.
This
Yeah, you're
thing
trying to pry
out.
this.
But
yeah,
as he did so, he was doing science, and then the orphan
Wailed.
screamed out and
Okay.
drew the attention of this predator.
Okay.
He's being attacked by cat person.
I wanna
should
help.
be cat
I wanna
person.
help him.
What do you do?
I make an advance towards
Okay, so
towards him.
you jump on to the other side,
Yep.
and now you're there.
Yep.
What do you do the same?
I want him to do his thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's his reaction. That's his whole reaction.
Is jumping to
Repositioning.
the other side, that's it?
Yeah.
He doesn't get to, like,
It's
attack?
a reaction. It's not a
Okay.
full action.
Okay. I feel like... How has the prying been going?
If you gave it
In
2
this
more
time.
hefty, goes, you can get this thing out.
How about
But keep going.
in an attempt to get it in one valiant heave, I give you a check.
That would be an action to do that in one
Dude,
go.
you get a
Alright, so as a
action.
Wait, so as a reaction,
Mm-hmm.
I can use one of my prize, right?
Yeah, but if you're doing it as a reaction, that would be an epic check because it'd be harder to do in an amount of time. But if you're just so you have 2 reactions each round
Mm-hmm.
because that's your order class, so you get reactions equal to your order class. You could just say, I'm just going to pry this thing out. That's what I'm doing.
I'm just
for
going to
this
pry this
exchange.
thing out.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
If that's what you're doing, then by the next exchange, you can pry this thing out.
Great.
Okay. Cool. So, it has used its action, and now the lot of you can go as well. Yaku, because you are the most able, you go first. You're wielding your dagger right now because you were attacking the orphans. Now you can attack.
Sounds so horrible.
I know, right? It's because it's pretty
You already
psychopath.
have your dagger out because those orphans you're trying to take care
I'm just
of.
trying to,
I'll see if I can find the
Infanticide.
orphans here. I'm gonna
in the Epic of
do some
Dreams.
studying.
Right.
Alright, do your thing.
All right. So
Yeah,
where in distance am I to?
right next to it.
Right next to him.
It's on top of it. It's about to try and, bite his neck out.
Alright, this thing is on top of him.
He's face down in the dirt,
Okay.
like the red jumpsuit apparatus song, but it smells a lot worse.
Okay. It's
Smells
a really,
a lot worse.
really stinky version of
The red
face down.
jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit apparatus.
Okay.
Apparatus.
It's like the brown jumpsuit apparatus.
Down in the shit.
I saw them
Oh.
live once.
Oh yeah?
They really are riding on that one song.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the shit fest.
Alright. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty nimble, and I got my dagger out. I think I can jump in and cut this thing before it takes a bite out of you.
Give me that check, my dude.
All right, I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I know I'm gonna get it wrong, so I'm gonna go with 5.
All right. Yeah. No, you hit. So.
Oh, okay.
You are
First.
able to plunge your knife at this critter, and it is, it is now harrowed, and it kind of jumps back. You're able to nick its flesh, and now,
Just show it who's boss.
yeah, for real. So it jumps back, and now it's not on top of this this alabaster figure with a tail that's helping you. So now, as a reaction,
Well, he knows his name.
Tyler,
I know his name.
what's his name?
Violet and Emerald.
He told me his name.
Okay, yeah. So
it's
Violet and
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah.
the guy.
So now, Tyler, you can take your reaction to stand up, so you're not
Okay,
disadvantaged.
so-
Anymore, which is really bad.
Is that it?
That would be your reaction for this second. But you have another reaction, and you can actually take your action now that you're up. But you're also you're covered in shit, so it's hard for you to see right now. So it would probably be an action for you to wipe the shit off of your face.
That's probably a good call.
Okay.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm very angry though.
Are you gonna try? I would imagine you probably want to distance yourself from the violence. You just got the wind knocked out of you. There's some claw marks on your back. You're bleeding a little bit. What else would you do?
Have I wiped the shit off my face?
That's a part of what you're doing right now. So yeah, but you
Okay.
get more stuff to do with your action.
I'm
I would
pretty
also say that you're disarmed.
I'm pretty angry,
Yeah.
and I want to kind of dish out some of my magic on him.
Okay. So after you sort of jump back and wipe the shit off of your face, we would say that you would begin to cast one of your spells. So this is how spell casting works, Tyler. It takes 2 circles, and they will determine how the spell works. Oh my god, I almost dropped the mic, you guys. You're not supposed to mention production issues. But, yeah, okay. So, for this, you would get 3 to your reach, and you're going to want to pay 1 to 2 vigor, whatever you want to do. And it'll affect how potent your magic is. 1 to 2 vigor is the cost, and then, yeah.
I guess 1 vigor because I only have 2.
Alright, 1 vigor. So yeah, give me your first check and add 3 reach to that.
1.
Alright, and then now describe to me what you do in this ritual. So you're sort of casting this thing called a litany, which is a short term spell that you can summon semi-at will, semi-quickly, which is why you're able to do it now. So, like, what words do you say? You're obviously invoking your royal sorcery.
What does the royal sorcery do?
The royal sorcery is the magic skill that you have that lets you bring out the power. So you're kind of invoking your king. So you don't really remember too much, but you remember the words. It's sort of ingrained in your instinct. So.
Okay. I look up, I'm really angry at this beast, and I say, Valkschnis,
Okay.
and, what?
Do you do anything with your hands or?
I do kind of like this square symbol.
The square symbol with your hands? Okay.
Yeah. And, I go, yep, I go, and it's kind of
So you're still casting the spell right now?
Yeah.
Next turn is when it'll sort of end, and then you can Hulk out or whatever it is.
okay.
Yep. Awesome. So now we're back to your full action, Mushroom. You can actually sort of wedge this thing out, and we'll say that you're able to bring it out of this sort of sinkhole of feces and sort of get it on its side.
That's what I want.
And now it's laying there, actually on top of probably 4 to 6 different orphans who are still kind of recovering a pile of smush.
Yeah, great. I hope they're smushed.
So now, what is your intent? It's still covered in shit for the most part. You see that Yaku just sort of swiped at this panther-esque beast, and it jumped off of your friend, and he just sort of cast this spell.
Well, I mean, I'm afraid of freaking spells right now because the last spell made a hole in my heart.
Yeah,
so
not fun.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna keep my distance from that fight, and like I'm focused, man. This is our ride out of here.
Yeah.
So I am going to try to upright this thing and get it going.
Okay.
I want to get this started. I am Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Running Man, turning the keys to a vehicle that isn't going to start. You know, like
Perfect.
I'm trying to get this going.
Yeah. So you have no care or concern for the potential live.
I feel like
Of
these
Yaku.
2 people
Yeah.
over there against this one guy have got this under control, and that if they don't, they're going to have to get on this thing, and we're going to have to get out of here anyway.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Not only that, these centaur things are fast.
They are very
They're much
fast.
faster than us.
They killed the walls to Baghdad.
Good. Let's get on it.
Perfect. Now the panther moves.
Wait, what about what's going on?
That was your action.
Okay.
Yeah. To
Is it
pull out.
upright?
It's not upright yet, but with your reactions, we're gonna go through that process.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm trusting you.
Yep.
I
So
hope you're not just,
the panther has no heed for whatever incantation is taking place. He just sees that the one prey is now stopped moving, but the one that gave it pain is now the focus of its ire. Yaku, give me a defense check. You add 9 to this.
I'm gonna do 9.
9? Okay. Yeah, so this thing pounces onto you now, and it tries to swipe at you with its leaden paw. And you take 3 damage. 3 of it. I think you were at 2 vigor before.
That was a 1.
1 vigor?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have a wound of 2. And we're going to say that it gets you right on your chest. Right on your shoulder down to your chest.
That's my favorite
You
part.
feel its talons dig into the flesh that tear across your... What is this bone called? Clavicle? Yeah, so you feel your clavicle for the first time in probably a really long time, if ever. And this
Never
thing...
felt that before.
Yeah, it sort of scrapes down, and it drives into the meat, and it feels almost icy as this meat damage just pours into you. Now, give me a falter check. So this is a defense save again.
Okay. 7.
7? Okay. Yep. So you are able to stand firm. You don't fall over due to the pain or the momentum of the panther coming at you. But now you are wounded. And what wounds do is they give a negative modifier to anything they affect. So right now your attacks will take -2. And because you don't have any reach on your attacks, that means that your attacks become epic checks. So they're harder to do. So you have a wound of 2, and you have a laceration on your chest, we'll say. And you write that into the miscellaneous notes at the bottom there. Or flip it over if that's better.
Wound across chest.
Yeah. And then write 2 next to it. Yeah, and now reactions can be had. You're focused, Mushroom, on getting this thing up and running,
Well, yeah.
and
It's upright now, right? That was my action, was to get it upright.
well, your action was to finish prying it out of the sinkhole of shit. So now part of your reaction.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's back it up. I used my 2 reactions last time
Yeah.
and said I'm gonna get it out of this.
Okay.
You said it tipped over, and I said I'm gonna use my action
All right,
to
I'll
get
give
it
it to you.
upright.
You got it.
And now I get to use 2 reactions
Yeah.
to say I'm getting this thing started.
Okay. So, you notice that in order to do that, you kind of gotta scrape the shit off of everything so you get through to the apparatus eye. So that'll be one of your reactions.
Okay.
All right, and that's what you're doing right now.
Okay.
Yaku, you have a reaction. What do? You try to distance yourself, get up close,
Well,
put
I got
some
this
shit in your wound.
I got this giant shit in my wound. So I got this giant wound, so I kind of want to figure out what I should do about that because
It's starting to bleed. It's
Yeah,
not
I
like
would imagine.
crazy amount of blood, but it is close to your heart because it's like on your chest.
Can he use his reaction to attack?
Only if the
well, it's an
opponent
epic
is.
check now, right?
You can use your reaction to attack only if the opponent is disadvantaged or if you have a specific combat perk that allows you to in different areas,
Do you
which he
have
does
that?
not
Okay.
because he does not have a combat skill.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna rip off a piece of my
Yeah.
shirt, or not really, because it's across my chest, so maybe I'm just trying to like tighten.
You
my
have
shirt.
a turban thing.
Oh, I have a turban.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're from Baghdad.
Am I allowed to take that off?
You do whatever you want with it, my dude.
Use a reaction to distance yourself too.
I'm gonna distance myself.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
And then I'm going to remove my turban and fasten it as like a sash
Perfect.
across the wound. Super tight.
Boom. Super tight.
Super
We'll
tight.
say that
Hold that blood in.
the beginning of we'll say that costs 2 reactions to fully
You ever see
do a
JoJo's?
makeshift dress.
What?
You ever see JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Oh, of course.
You're like,
Yeah.
and then it's like,
And then
Yep,
Ario's
that's
Speedwagon
exactly
just describes
what that-
everything in complete detail and bogs down the tempo. It's really great. I love that series. Anyways, yeah, so
actually the band Yes that plays.
oh my god.
The original
The
name
fact
of
that
Mario
Roundabout
Kart was
is
Mario
the intro
Speedwagon.
is like so
I'm
on
sure.
point.
But it's
Yeah.
really funny.
Right.
So
So good.
that was your reaction. It just took its action. Now is the positioning phase. So if anybody wants to move around to a different area than they already are, so if you want to get even further, this is your time to do so. But yeah. So yep. So y'all back up.
Am I far enough away?
It,
How far with my
It's
reaction
faster
to
than you.
remove myself from the situation?
Mhm.
I think if you moved yourself, like, because you distanced yourself, so I think if you moved yourself in a way, because he's behind him and you can see this. Like,
Yeah.
you know that he's casting a spell and that you maybe have some help next turn.
Right.
So I would definitely, like, make whatever space is necessary to make it hard for him to attack you.
You
Right.
might even want to consider, because you are a crafty sumbitch, right, Yaku?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty crafty.
You might want to consider like moving around where the centaur was just pulled out from, and see if you can get to the other side of it. Maybe have the panther either try to jump over and get caught in the shit.
jump where it just was.
Yeah,
So he
there's
just
a lot of
pulled,
different
he just
factors
pulled
at
this
play.
thing out, so now there's a hole
I'm
there.
gonna jump around to the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
you're gonna jump to the other side.
Well, that's what you said.
No,
You suggested.
I'm gonna leap to the other
leap
side.
to the other side. Okay, this
Because
is
I'm
gonna
very
be,
nimble, it should be pretty easy for me.
So you'll get a +1 to this.
Okay.
But it will be an epic check because you're wounded. So, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We got to do this twice. Give me your first check, Jake.
You got
11.
Okay. Give me the second one, Jake.
18.
Okay. So you try to leap across this little chasm,
And I die.
and what happens is you fall in to where the centaur was previously launched, and now you are mobilized and disadvantaged. And I'm sorry, Jake. That was a move.
That was a poor.
That was a
poor
thing.
move.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, now I got the
Don't
shit
worry,
rubbed
don't
in my
worry, don't worry.
wound, so
Don't worry,
that'll be
don't
good.
I got you. This is gonna be great.
Okay. What are you doing? This is positioning. You
Positioning.
move your
I
feet.
can't move because I'm focusing on my.
You can just move your feet while you're. Yeah. You can.
I'm focusing.
Okay.
He's like
just
he's like
focus.
he's like Piccolo with the beam cannon. He
Yeah.
can't move. He's got a special beam cannon. He's gonna lose it if he moves.
Yeah,
From
so
what
he's
I
He's
understand.
got to start over.
All right. So now. Yeah.
You said I have 2 reactions. And
Yes.
I used one of them
So you've
to clean this
finished
off.
that.
I
now,
used one to clean it up.
Yep.
So I had a second reaction, right?
Yep.
And that got this thing started?
No.
No.
So this is what happens. You uncover the module that lets you open the cockpit, right?
And open it.
And now, if you want to open it, you have to give me a check. Try and hacker man into it.
Because it's a technological cockpit. So I'm gonna I'm gonna get inside this thing
Yeah.
and pilot it.
Uh-huh.
Let's do it.
All right.
Cool.
So, give me a check,
I'm gonna
mushroom.
when we were being attacked
Yeah.
by these things,
Uh-huh.
and one of them got down,
Mm-hmm.
and that there's obviously people had to get out of them.
Yeah. People had to get out of them.
I saw this mechanism.
Well,
I saw it work.
You've seen
I
the
saw
ones in
someone
Baghdad.
get out of it. Yeah.
But the thing is about these
but
ones,
this is
they're from the Mongols.
that's fine.
And
Yeah.
and from what we talked about during the first session,
But they're
the Baghdadians, they kind of looked down upon the Mongol
Mhm.
tech. So they were like, oh, it's nothing to us. And then,
So if anything, it's more simple than what I'm used to.
sure. So
Yeah.
give me a check, and you can boost this, but it costs a vigor. If you don't have vigor,
I don't have vigor,
You,
so I'm
so
not
you
gonna
can't
boost
actually
it.
boost it, but you get reach of 2. Okay,
Mhm. That's
So
great.
Give me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a check of 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you sort of look at the apparatus. It looks like this. These 3 different bands, and they're sort of like switches, but they're gradients,
Mhm.
and you need to put them down on the right one. And you're able to finick it around twice because the first time doesn't work. The second time doesn't work either.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
Well, that's it. That's my action then.
that's your
Yeah.
reaction.
Okay.
So then
I'm gonna use.
next round you can as well. But before that happens, the
Wait,
Panther.
if that was my reaction. Well, are we doing actions right now?
Right. So actually, we're retroactively doing your second reaction, and now we're at the end of the positioning phase. But I don't think you're moving anywhere from the
Oh hell
the
no.
centaur.
No, I'm getting this thing moving.
Okay, cool. So we're at the top of the next exchange, and the Panther sees that its one prey has fallen into the dirt and is immobilized. So he comes around to get you,
Mm-hmm.
Yaku. Do you have Fate's favor?
Where does it say that? I thought I did.
Write it down now. We're gonna say that you did have it, but write it down an F next to that. So
Right next to it
yeah.
here.
Yep. Okay, so this Panther is going to attack you, and because you're immobilized, you can't really dodge it, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna attack you with all of its force, but you're gonna spend Fate's favor so you don't die literally right now. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! Good job, guys. We did it. So you tell me what happens to the Panther as it attacks you, and how it doesn't actually strike you even though you're mobilized. Ready?
So something's going to happen to it.
So what will happen is because you're immobilized, it's going to automatically win on the attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way that you can actually dodge it.
Right.
But because you're spending Fate's favor, you are able to get a jail out of jail free card.
Jail out of free card.
Jail out of get free card. Yeah. So now, because you spent that, you decide what actually happens on the circle. What the actual circle result is, you choose that outcome, and then you can describe to me what actually happens. Because there's ample how we say, implications that could happen depending on what you choose. Okay?
Okay. So, you want me to tell you what happened to the panther now?
Tell me what happened. Tell me how you didn't just die.
I didn't just die because in this weird hole that I'm stuck in, this thing's
crevasse of shit.
yeah, so this thing's pouncing towards me.
Yeah.
And one of those weird little dudes that we can't kill,
The orphans.
yep, just falls into the hole, landing right on top of the panther's head, pushing him down farther down than I am.
Wait, so the panther falls into the hole.
He jumps in the hole after me.
Okay.
As he goes to jump, the orphans grab his legs.
Do you think I don't think the orphans are big enough to like grab these things?
Well,
And
okay.
we've been killing them, so how do you want?
So the orphan falls on top of it, is what you're saying?
I'm saying like, I'm here in the hole, right? And this thing's jumping in after me,
Mm-hmm.
and then from the top of the hole, one of these orphans just like wanders in, falls, hits like basically he's coming for me, and this thing's just like no, lands on him. He misses me.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So that is what happens. Now we have reactions.
So
You get
Panther's
to
in the hole
use
now.
your reaction first, Yaku, because you were the one being attacked. So what do you do now?
Am I still immobilized?
You are, but the thing is you can try to get out.
Is this panther?
As you said.
Is he? Yeah, he's in the hole now. But is he like good? Or?
He's caught just like you are, and the
okay,
thing is,
cool.
you know when you're out in the countryside and it's like there's mud and stuff, and you step into the mud, and then it's got the suction effect, and then you pull your leg out, and then the shoe that you were wearing just stays in the mud. You don't have a shoe anymore.
Right.
Your body is like a shoe right now.
Okay.
So you're trying to get out of that, and now so is the panther.
All right. So. Yeah, I'm gonna start trying to scale this wall. I'm gonna try to wiggle my way out of it.
All right, so this is going to be an epic check again because you are wounded, so this is going to be hard to do. Give me the first one, Jake.
3.
3. Okay. Give me the second one.
13.
Okay. That's good strat. That's good strat, my dude. So, you are able to shimmy your way forth. Now, you're no longer immobilized, but you are still very much like trapped. Basically, you freed your arms, but your legs are still. You're kind of. It's like quicksand, but it's wet and it smells really bad. And now,
Oh yeah, it's shit.
it's getting in your wound, and you're.
But my wound's covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, covered.
Was
Sorry.
it turning?
I'm sorry, you guys. There's so many things happening. Okay, so that's your reaction to the action of the thing. Next up, Violet and Emerald. Give me the final check for your spell, and it will take effect.
16.
16. So this is what happens. You tap into the power of the king, who is forgotten from you, but for some reason, your psyche still remembers the pathways that it tread, instinctually to defend yourself, and in the different the patterns, in the different syllables, in the different ways that you change them so that you cover your tracks and don't get hurt by this powerful magic, it blesses you. You've still made it through, and now you feel the muscles of your back tense and bulge, and then likewise, so this vigor spreads through your arms and legs, and you sort of crack your neck, and as you do so, the same vitae goes into your brain, and it unlocks this seventh sense, as it were, and now you can hear the thoughts of those around you. What are y'all thinking about right now, Yaku and Mashru?
I'm thinking I'm still trying to get out of this hole, so
A lot of cuss words, right? Like fuck, shit.
yeah, a lot of like this is literal shit. So I'm saying, oh shit.
How about you, Mashru?
I think my exact words would be, "Stupid Mongols! Of course they didn't match up the wires with the right ones." And like I'm rearranging, because
Perfect.
I'm cursing them.
Furious. Yeah. There
What's a
is
panther thinking?
a third and a fourth voice that you hear, Violet and Emerald. The third is the panther itself, and you hear the snarlings of its soul, the hunger that it has in its heart, and how it desires for nothing but to feed its two children. And now
I don't give a
it's,
shit
you know,
about this
stuck in
thing's
the
children.
shit that Yaku is also stuck in. But the fourth voice, one that you didn't know that was there this whole time, is there is a man that's stuck inside of this iron beast, inside of its belly, and it cries out, thinking, "Genghis, save me! Bring me back to where the skies were blue. Bring me into your kingdom. Why am I here, suffocating into this alien hell with this shit everywhere? I'm suffocating." And then he thinks about his wife and his 7 children, and the remorse he feels for all of the crimes that he's committed during this war campaign. And it kind of just keeps going, but you notice that that cognizance is sort of teetering out. And now
Feel
it's your
a lot
action.
more.
You're pretty buff now, so do what you will.
Does he look different? Do you look different?
He looks different.
Do you
Yeah.
like what do you look
Before
like
he was
after
kind of
you
lanky.
Do this.
Yeah,
What do you
I
look
have-
like now?
Are you like Bane?
I have huge muscles, and my features have gotten sharper. I kind of have this.
You had sharp features
Crazy.
to begin with.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're like they could cut some butter, you know. But no, I have kind of this glow in both of my eyes, and
Violet glow.
What
Yeah.
color?
violet and emerald. Wow, right? And
Brutal.
there's stalactites right over the.
Yeah, they're
Uh-huh.
hanging probably like 10, 50 feet. You'd say that the closest one near you is probably 25 feet off.
Mhm.
So you,
Am I able to pound or run up against a wall to try to get those to?
so the thing is the ones that are close to you are very, very stout, but Mushroom, pretty conveniently, actually went all the way to across the other side and picked up one that was small enough to wield.
There's
so,
one currently wedged in like around this hole
So you could pick that
that
up,
I've
yeah.
left behind.
Okay, I'm gonna go pick it up.
Yeah, you do so without any resistance. You can pick it up in your hefty, hulky, very white arms.
Do I have to walk back over to the cavern or
It's all pretty well centralized.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
trying? I'm gonna throw it at the
Oh, yeah.
at the beast.
Do it.
Well, I throw it. Do I have to do a check?
Yeah, give me a check, and now you're going to add 3 to your reach because you've cast this spell.
You're gonna
You're
Zeus
super-
strike this guy like Zeus bolt.
Yeah.
Like in his back. I
Yeah.
hope you can.
Give me that.
7.
Give me that. 7? Okay, yeah. So you're able to strike down, and almost like a baseball player who can hurl a baseball at 95 miles an hour right into the catcher's mitt, so too can you throw this spire down into this shit pit, and it strikes the head of this leopard with the 3 tasseled tails. And the first thing that happens is you hear its thoughts disappear, evaporate, poof, and then its tails twitch and fade and drop into the crevasse. All right, so now you're out of combat. What do you do?
Dude, I'm opening this thing.
Okay, yeah.
I did this the whole combat thing.
Okay.
This is getting
Yeah.
ripped open right now.
So yeah, you're able to finally get the code open.
Great, it's open.
You
What do I
unlock
see?
it.
The back of a Mongol?
You see a Mongol.
I see the back of a Mongol.
Yeah.
Because he's facing forward, and
Mhm.
I open the door.
He's actually
Pulls in.
inside of like the neck of where the wolf
That's
thing
great.
is.
How much of him do I see?
You see his ass.
Great.
Is that the guy that I was hearing?
Yep. That's
Cool.
what you were hearing. Yep. So
I want to rip him out of this thing.
You rip him out.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna
You don't
throw
care
him.
that Yaku's just, festering inside of this little...
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip him out and throw him toward the orphan kids that I hate. I hate him. I hate them. They can. Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as he feels...
The enemy of my enemy is
You
another
grab
enemy that I will come back for, and all of them.
As you feel him grab you... Or wait, as he feels you grab him, he sort of like... Praise Genghis! Thank you! Thank you so much! And then you rip him out and throw him.
Like, yeah, we're doing we're like hydraulic, like throwing him aside, and I'm stepping into this thing to pilot it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get in, you notice that there are 4 different handhold things, like levers, and you push, like Zoid style,
Yep.
And there's a HUD interface there,
Perfect.
and yeah, so there you go, you're in it.
I'm in. I'm powering this thing.
You're powering it up.
Is it hovering above?
It's still on the ground.
Okay, it's still on the ground?
Yeah.
Cool, let's get this... wait, because it has legs, right?
Yeah, it's got 4 legs.
Okay, cool, but it's standing.
Standing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna... Obviously, there's like a speaker system.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
and,
comms.
And they're Mongols, man. They're not smart. They're gonna put the mouthpiece by the mouth. Like, they're not... There's nothing complicated about this hodgepodge technology.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna say, get on!
Alright, yeah. Yaku, you're still immobilized.
So I can't get on.
It's okay. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
get on, and I'm standing there.
Violet and Emerald,
I feel like
you're able to quell the beast. This all happens. What do you do?
I run over to whatever your name is,
Yeah, cool.
Yaku, and I take off my cloak and try to bring it down so you can try to grab it to get out of the pit.
Sure, yeah. You throw your thing down. You can grab onto it. And
Yep.
then he's bulk enough so that he can kind of rip you out of there. You're covered in shit. You're wounded.
Perfect.
Your makeshift thing with your turban
Yeah.
kind of falls off inside of the struggle. Your wound is open again.
Do I still have the turban?
It's in the pit.
Oh, okay. So it didn't just get like dragged down. It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
it came untied.
Well, the thing is, it was a makeshift thing to begin with. It wasn't like
Okay.
he had the time.
All right.
You feel me?
You're the GM, man.
I'm gonna need to get a.
Vietnam.
I'm gonna need to get a new turban.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But I have her.
Tell me what y'all do.
I might cure myself. Yeah, you're fixing this out.
What do you do?
I just yelled, get on.
All
I'm
right.
inside this thing, and it's
All
getting
right.
ready to move.
Cool.
Okay, so I grab onto your thing. Are we on?
Yep.
All right,
You're
we're
on.
on. All right.
And
I'm
now,
gonna let him.
do you get on?
He,
I get on.
yeah.
So you know, Violet and Emerald, that in order to get to Fertility, that tribute has to be paid to Green Star.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You still don't have money.
Dude.
The reason why you came here was to
Loot the Panther.
try to see if there was something that you could do.
I do.
Y'all are
have
on the
money.
back now,
I do have money.
but
Wow.
he doesn't know that yet.
Well, he just saved my life, so I'm gonna say, hey, I got money.
So, okay, so what happens now is you try to pilot this thing, and then it goes in the air and stuff, right? Is that
Yeah,
what
they
you
get
guys
on,
intend?
right?
They're on. Yeah.
All right, cool. And then, so they have time to explain this. You know, I'm not just gonna go straight for the pit.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my footing and like figure out how this works. I'm gonna take it wide and make sure I know how to work it the right way.
Yeah.
Because of course, like the first few steps are gonna be like click, 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 like, and
Yeah. Okay.
that's me kind of like I'm like, okay, I pull here and I step here. Like, you know, here's gas. This is, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So then,
I accidentally like pull one lever and the horse lets out like a whinny, like,
yeah, totally.
yeah.
So
It's a horse head and a wolf head, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I'm looking for a mechanism that causes the wolf head to bite things too. Like,
Okay.
as I'm figuring this out, but I'm gonna take it away, like, you know, like a parabolic arc. I'm gonna go away from this sphincter door thing, and get my bearings so that I can go
On the
back
ground or in
toward
the
it
air?
fast in the air. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to go
With
back
these guys
toward
on the
it
back.
fast.
Okay.
So I'm going away right now.
So,
Have we left yet?
I think we're leaving right now, but if you have anything else to do or say before we gear up, I assume that you would be like, okay, y'all ready? Before you...
Well, I'm going to give them a moment while I'm getting my bearings. They have enough time to communicate to each other,
yeah,
right?
so you guys have that.
I'm trying to give them that.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
perfect.
Um,
We'll say that you're on the ground while you're doing that, so you're getting your footing, literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rush over to the man that was in the suit, so I want to see if he has any information.
You rush over to the Mongol?
Yeah.
Okay. You go over, you talk to him, you see that his fall, he's got a mouthful of shit, and you go over, you turn him over, and he's sort of like, at once, he's very thankful that you're there, but then he's also like, who are you? Don't hurt me, this kind of stuff. What do you say to him first?
I grab him by the collar and I tell him, do I know the name of the person I'm supposed to fight to get my memory back?
No. What you remember about what happened is that there was this small furred beast that first bit you, and then you forgot the face of your king. Then you forgot that you were a servant, and then you forgot most of who you are and your magics. You can feel that different pathways that you have gone through esoterically for your bread and butter have vanished from you, and likewise your sprite was eaten by this beast.
Okay, so I go up to him.
And you want to get your sprite back.
I grab him by the collar and I tell him, have you heard of a beast that eats sprites?
Sir, I know not what this is. You are a demon. Where am... You tell me.
Do I hear anything from his thoughts?
Oh yeah, good call, little Barrow. You hear that he thinks about all of the... You see the images of the different monsters that he has seen. This gigantic red slug, this filigreed, phantom-esque tiger that stood 15 to 20 feet tall, and this gigantic three-headed crow monster, and the scene where they ripped apart all of these wanderers who were very mild in their features. They did not have fangs, they did not have weaponry, they did not have claws, they didn't have wings. They were lambs to the slaughter, as it were, and he was perhaps one of the more fortunate. And you feel that small feeling of relief inside of this massive, spiraling tremors of dread inside of his psyche. That's what you read off of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ask him, where can I find somebody who knows about beasts who eat sprites?
I don't know what a sprite is, my lord. Just give me... Do you know how to survive in this place? Where are we? You know that you are inside of the world without skies, is the name.
Okay.
So you can tell him.
We are in the world without skies. Tell me somebody who knows.
I just came here from Baghdad. I don't know anything. Sir, do you know how to survive in this place? How do we live?
You give me nothing. I drop him off and I
You
walk
s-
back to them.
Okay, so you walk back towards Yaku.
You're going to have to jaunt back, because I've been, like, moving this thing.
Well, yeah, Yaku's kind of taking care of himself, maybe ripping off. But anyways, as you walk away from the Mongol, he sort of picks himself up and he pleads out to you with his hands, and he's like, "Don't leave me here alone. Take me."
I
Help me.
see this happening,
Yeah.
and I'm in this. Can I stomp on the Mongol with the giant centaur foot, please?
Not yet. You're still getting your gears. You're kind of trotting around.
Yeah,
You're not right next to
taking
him.
Okay, whatever. I want to end this. I want to keep moving, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you get back to Yaku. How have you been taking care of yourself? You have all the stuff in your inventory.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been I've been concocting a little something so I don't get an infection.
Yeah, awesome.
Because I have this awesome little skill here.
Herbalism, yeah, it's a good one.
It says common cures and poisoning. So, yeah, I'm making myself a little stew.
I hope you had to take one of the orphan eyes in order to do it. Or something.
I hope so too. Let's just say I did. Let's say I popped out one of their little eyes.
Yeah, so if you go
And
to...
it just sprouted a new one because you just can't hurt them at all. Just popped one out and another one came out. Squirk.
So this is what actually happens, right? You go to spoon out one of these things' eyes, and you're able to like pierce the orifice of the eye. You can't just pluck it all out as like a little apple, but you can get some of the jelly out,
That's all I needed.
and it starts to
jelly.
squeal. Like, yeah!
Kick it.
And you're able to get some of this jelly out, and you're able to begin making an antiseptic.
Yep.
Very quick one.
Okay, so I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, while all this is going on.
Mid-conversation.
I want to crush this guy.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rear back. Like, this horse is rearing, and then stop. The Mongols just trashed Baghdad. And I think that you would recognize a Mongol, too, and you would be pumped that I'm doing this.
You'd recognize the accent, at least.
Yeah, I'm really concerned taking care of myself over here,
But you can
I
see
don't
this.
like the friendliness of your conversation over there.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then...
That would make me extremely happy. We'd have to explain to this guy why that was done.
Mm-hmm.
And that I feel like
he said you mean nothing to me. Like,
oh, right,
you
right.
give me nothing. So as soon as you've like discarded him and you're going over to Yaku, you see me gallop by and just like
I feel
I'm
like
crushing this
we
guy.
still, even from last time, we haven't really had a chance to even have a conversation yet since this whole thing started. So
Out of game,
with that,
I'm trying to get us there. I'm inside the horse right now. I'm powering.
yeah, I know. But I'm saying like, our characters haven't had a chance to like communicate with each other yet. So as far as we know, we're still like frenemies.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, also, by the way,
you crushing this dude might help
each of
with
you
that.
regained 1 vigor because we entered into a new scene since the panther was disemboweled.
Cool.
So we get another 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'll be at 2.
And I will use.
And that was written with pen. So
All good.
I'm gonna do 2 here.
And I will use my charisma to say, Drew, I think you want to give me 1.5. I'm just
I'll use my manipulation to say I want 3.
theatrics, please. All right.
check.
Okay, so
So you stomp down the dude. The coup. How are you taking care of you? We were saying that you have the
Yeah, I got
basic
some.
antiseptic.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
making one.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So you're able to treat the wound. It stings. So you've nursed it. It's covered with some sort of linen that you found, maybe even off of the Mongol now.
Right.
So yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna turn back around to these guys, and obviously through like the speaker system within the horse wolf thing.
Yeah.
That you guys are aware I'm in. I go. We need to get through that door.
And you, Violent Emerald, remember about Green Star. So, yeah. What happens? So, first off, Tyler, you're pretty, like why'd you just stomp that dude? So, I don't know if that's where you want to...
I don't really care.
Okay,
He didn't give me anything.
sure. He doesn't care, you guys. So,
That's neutral.
yeah. So, do y'all just get on the back of this thing? You don't talk about it? You just sail into the sphincter? Or what's happening?
I walk over to him because I want to find out if he knows about the beast that takes away his memories.
Sure, yeah. So,
Have you heard about the beast that takes away memories?
No,
No.
no, I haven't.
Do you know anybody, mystic who might know?
I don't
you
even.
get the sense, Violet and Emerald, that this wanderer, just like the other wanderer, doesn't have any clue about what's going on, even less so than you. But you do know that Green Star is the passageway through which the beast which took your memory and your sprite is.
It went that
Well,
way.
he
When
he
he
said
went
that
that
we
way.
were in the world with no skies. So
Yes.
he knows where we are. you know more about this place than I do, because we still don't even know where we actually are.
Yeah, so I think you would say that, wouldn't you? Tell them that you're a stranger to this land or something.
Oh yeah, I don't even go here.
I'm from the other middle school.
I don't even go here. I fell into this world. I have no idea where we are.
What is your quest?
Finding Alfar. My friend Mouse. My friend Mouse guy.
Oh, you guys can bond. Yeah.
So, in order to do that, you know that the essence of Alfar lays beyond this gate, and you see the different tellers with their sacks of monies, and these people being processed through, and then the meat shield that surrounds it in this force made of different beasts.
So I have a plan.
Yeah.
We need money to get through this gate.
Yep.
Okay. You saved my life, so I want to help you out. I have 2 fat coin purses, but I also have a false coin purse.
Sure. Yeah.
So, we're going to need one of these fat coin purses, so I think I'm going to give you this false coin purse, and we're going to kind of like say, here's our money, and bounce before they get a chance to open it.
Yeah, while you're explaining this plan, I kind of like roll, like I step up, like horse wolf Gundam style.
You're gonna be harder to sneak through.
I step up and I'm like, I go, I'm feeling better now, more comfortable now that I have a suit of armor essentially.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
We need to get through this teller gate over here.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well, we need money to get through there.
Perfect. Get on my back. Do you have money?
Yes.
All right.
All
Do you
right.
have money?
No.
I got money.
All right. Loot the panther.
You probably loot the Mongol, right?
Yeah. Loot that Mongol. They have money. They were sacking Baghdad.
You're able to find around 7 coins.
How many coins is it to get in?
You don't know.
Alright, we gotta find out how many coins it is.
So,
Get on my back.
So now we're at like a drive-through, essentially.
No, get on my back.
I'm on your back. I'm on your back.
Do you get on?
Yes.
All right, great.
Is there extra cargo room in this thing?
Now that
inside of it, right?
There's 1 cockpit for 1 person.
There's
and
no
y'all
cargo?
get on the
You
back.
guys are on the back.
Okay.
This
All right.
thing's big.
This is a warrior
Like,
vessel.
I'm inside of this thing, and it's bigger than it's like
around 11
2 and a
feet
half
tall.
of me.
Yeah, it's around 11 feet.
So I'm when you guys get on the back, I feel more comfortable now. Like, yeah. So
you can trot.
I'm gonna use the theatrics of pretending that I'm a horse, like, cause they don't know that I'm a dude.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I might just be your vehicle, right? So.
Right, so we could
So
sneak
I'm
you in
just
for free.
oh
We don't have to
yeah.
pay for
So
2 of us.
I'm just going to start like very jauntily walking toward this this gate.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
I'm gonna let you guys control the rest of that encounter.
And then, so you see that as you approach, most of the crowd that was before waiting to be processed has now gone through, and there's not too many left in the line, as it were, with air quotes. And eventually you're able to pass through.
I'm slowing down as we get up there,
Same.
and then I'm slowing down like I'm.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like I'm being controlled
natural.
by him.
Yeah.
The natural kind of like.
And, so you see this creature with 3 mouths and no eyes, and it is probably 7 feet tall before it's on top of this pedestal. And I assume that Yaku is like first on the back of this.
Yeah,
Centaur.
I'm on front. You're riding pitch.
Sounds
And
good.
I'm gonna do the talking because I've got manipulation and I'm good with bartering. So
Sure. Okay.
I want to go up there and I want to manipulate these people into thinking that this sack I'm about to give them is full of money.
Yeah. So you come to the teller, and out of its 3 mouths, 1 word is spoken, and then it switches over. It's like, "Hello, 1 or 2 tickets to Fertility."
Yeah, you know what? I kind of want to squeeze more out of this situation, though. I want to say,
One
I'm
or two.
I'm only dropping him off. I'm not here to stay. So, 1 ticket.
Make a manipulation.
I'm gonna do a manipulation because we're both gonna sneak in here.
Yeah.
We got it.
What's your reach? 3?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, give it to me.
Alright, so I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
9.
Okay.
9.
Out of its uppermost mouth sprouts these 2 feeler things that look sort of like moth antenna, and it comes out very quickly, and it sort of tickles your face, and then it swipes around and tickles the beast that's made of metal but still covered in shit, and the atheling, and it says, 2 tickets shall be 15 coins, or something of equal or greater value.
Okay, I got bartering here. Let's work with this.
So,
What do you say?
Okay, 2 tickets.
I like this a lot.
yeah.
2 tickets.
Yeah.
I only have 10 coins. Can we make a deal?
Yes. So now the antennae sort of retract, and out of its lowest mouth sprouts this this eyeball that comes out of the stalk, and it sort of weaves itself around, looking down underneath the legs of the iron beast and into even like your wounds and stuff. It doesn't like go into like your clothes and shit, but it sort of trails around very scrupulously. Give me a bartering check.
I gotta reach 2. 5.
Okay, yeah. It retracts the eye, and it says, only 10 gold. It seems you've poultices. I'll take the yellow. And it goes towards, what's your sheet? It goes towards the vial of myrrh. And he says that I'll take this for both. Just the vial.
Just the vial. No
Mhm.
coins?
No coins.
No coins?
And you notice that like that vial inside of this space, it glitters much more shiny like than it would in Baghdad, because it's just a vial of myrrh.
I do have 7 coins.
What?
Do you
I
say
have
that?
7
Do you
coins.
say that out loud?
You have 7 coins?
Do you say that? In game?
Yes.
Yes, he speaks it.
You have 7 coins. I don't want to give him this
You
myrrh
only
now.
have to do 3.
No, you'd have to do 8, because 15 total for both passes.
But yeah, we told him 10. We told him we'd give him
Yeah,
10.
he said he would take the vial instead of 10.
You would take the vial instead of 10. Yeah.
So he
Okay.
only needs to give
Well,
3
he says he
coins
has
if needs
3.
7.
And I'm gonna
No,
say
you would take the vial instead of all of the money.
yeah. So I'm gonna say sorry. No, we can do the 10. So I give up 3, and you'll give up 7.
Make a bartering check.
Yeah, do it again. Give me that bartering check.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do 13.
13.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, instead of an eye or these antennae, a hand comes out of the middle mouth, and it's this sort of muscular green arm, and it has 7 fingers, and it just reaches out and takes the bottle of myrrh from you.
Oh,
You may pass into fertility. Enjoy your life. And then it processes you forward.
okay, wait,
All right.
how does it process us forward? Because
You're
I
able to
understand.
pass them. There are guards surrounding.
So the guards move.
Yep.
I'm immediately walking, like, because that's all I've been waiting
Yeah,
for. is
you're
guards
the-
to
you're the
move.
horse.
Yeah, so we're trotting now.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we just gotta call it a day. We got through with a
Yeah.
bottle of. Now I don't have a bottle of myrrh.
All right, so how does the doorway function?
So, the last of those who wished to pass through this interval,
Okay.
let's say it happens every 7 orchestras,
Okay.
it is stabbed with an equal amount of force by each of the guards that are lining it on each like point around the circumference. And after three different, after this pattern where it's like boom, boom, ba boom, the sphincter slowly retracts, and as it does, this dimmer sort of smoky light leaks forth into this murky shit chasm, and you're able to set forth. And on the other side, you see that there are likewise the same sort of assemblage of guards who keep people from going in and out. But then you're able to look past, and before your eyes can even see it, you smell that there is now this mixture, this sort of war of scents, whereas before it was just fecal decompositions. Now it is this mixture of these bright tones. There is actually oxygen in this air, fresh air mixed with this very overripe shit smell, and these different nectars and fruits sort of go into your nostrils, these bright golden tones. And as you look out with your eyeballs, you see that there is this alabaster plateau before you. Out of where you step, there is sort of this stream of this scabbed over feces that goes down this alabaster plateau that you stand on now. And in the mid-ground, there's a valley, and inside of that valley, there are many different sorts of trees, and they're very thick, and you see that they are sort of moving about and shaking, but it's also very serene. And above that, there is this small dancing star, and there are these 6 to 7 large pink stalactites. They're actually wet, and they drip water down, and you have entered into Fertility. And that's where we'll leave off tonight. But before we do, we're going to get each of y'all's soliloquies. And you also regain another vigor. Oh, thank God. +1. You're still wounded. Yeah, so...
am I still wounded?
You're still wounded. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I have a 2 on that.
2, yep, but now you're...
Has my spell wore off?
Yes, your spell is worn off now. So, first up, Mashru. Soliloquy. Hit us up.
Yes. From the wretched and foul, dank air before, thank all and any gods that we've made through this door. Might our strength in numbers prove as true as our strength as one. I shall come back for those greylings to see my work done.
Boom. Very well. Would you like experience for the group or Fate's favor?
Fate's favor.
Fate's favor. Write it down. And right now we are at 3 experience points for the group. Yaku.
Well, still can't find Alfar. My favorite turban is covered in shit. My favorite bone has a giant scratch on it now.
What was your favorite bone?
My favorite bone.
My favorite clavicle.
My favorite clavicle has been scratched. Still have no idea where we are. Seem to be handling myself pretty well, considering we're literally in hell, or inside of a giant butthole.
Yeah.
As it seems. I don't know. Here's to getting out of shitland, I guess.
Boom.
You take a sleep.
I take one little shot of cinnamon.
Nice.
Let's do the cinnamon challenge real quick.
Boom. Yeah. You cough all over the place. Do you get Fate's favor or an experience point for the group?
So I had a question. Actually, looks like last time I did have Fate's favor. I wrote it down here.
Perfect. So you spent that.
3 XP 3 XP.
Yep,
Oh,
that's experience.
okay. Right. So so that's cool. I'm glad that we had that. So it wasn't like a Fate's favor or experience for the group. I'm gonna do experience for the group.
All right, we have 4 experience for the group now. Write that down, gents. And for you, Violet and Emerald, a soliloquy to send us off.
I don't know who I am or where what my quest was, but I have a new quest, and I am willing to obtain that quest no matter what or who gets in my way. And I will take vengeance on the beast that took my memories and my sprite.
Boom. Would you like Fate's favor or an experience?
Fate's favor.
Okay, Fate's favor it is. All right, gents, this has been a great episode. If you want to purchase the Epic of Dreams, you can go to exaltedfuneral.com and you'll find us there. Until next time, may your sagas be vehement and glorious.